Goegap Nature Reserve has two sectors. One is located southeast and the other one is northwest. They are fairly different and both of them are interesting. And so you will require a full day to drive around the whole reserve. The southeast part is mostly flat, sandy roads and the desert landscape. You will see most of the animals around here, mainly hemsboks and springboks. The road that connects both sectors, it is graded as 3 and is of course a 4x4 road. It has loose stones with steep climbing and descent. It's not extremely difficult, but it needs all your attention. Once you cross into the northwest sector, it is completely different. It is more rocky and lots of hills, and you go up and down all the time. You won't see as many animals, but it's also beautiful. It's a beautiful loop with a different landscape, and it also has an interesting road if you want to go to see the old blue copper mine. And you have to know that, as this signboard says, it is only for advanced 4x4, and this is because it has a long, steep road which is more like bedrock with some stones on both sides marking the direction that you have to take. All in all, it's a very interesting nature reserve. Now it's very busy in this town. This is because it's the end of the month and everybody comes to do their shopping from all the namaqualand here. This is what old mines leave behind when they're finished. Not the best scenery. I'm looking for the Orbicule Hill monument, but I'm struggling to find it. So there are no signs and there are lots of trails everywhere. Once you get to the parking, it's not that difficult to find. It is quite peculiar. The orbicular diorite found in this hill is a rare geological phenomenon, formed when magma that contains granite cools in spherical shapes that contain concentric layers. The Orbicule Hill, also known as Wonder Copy, is one of only 2 places in South Africa where these rocks occur, and is a national monument. It is a bit run down. How people disrespect nature just amazes me. Springbok has been like a melting pot of ethnics. I've seen darker Nama, darker Bushmen, then descendants of whites mixed with Bushmen and Nama, and all tones of skin colors here. And this being like the marketplace of this region, it was also the mixing place of this region. And here is where the Wilderberdehoek Pass starts. The mountain pass at this point turns into the limit of the Namaqua National Park, and the left side where the fence is the limit, northern limit of the Namaqua National Park, and on the right it is outside the park. When this road was originally built at the end of the 19th century, it was intended for oxbow wagons to carry the copper from the mines in Namaqua. Those wagons needed 6 days to get from Springbok to the coast. And here is how you enter the Namaqua National Park. Now look at the valley. Look at the valley down there. There is a huge drop on the left, all the way down to the valley and to a dry riverbed. This is one of those moments when you're grateful because there are not many cars around. This is the section called Skilpad of the Namaqua National Park. It is a pretty big park, so I think I'm going to take it easy here, drive around, see what it has to offer before proceeding any closer to the coast. It is surprising if you think about it. There is a time during the year that this is full of flowers, because now it looks very, very dry. But apparently during the spring, this is a wonderful nature show. This is a small town, Subatsfontein. So it seems that you enter by yourself and then you have to report to reception, which is 27 kilometers from here. The landscape has changed. Now it's all sand, red sand. I didn't expect this here. You may think that I delete all the images where I see other cars, but it is very uncommon to come across another car when you come to places like this. Yesterday when I was at the Goegap Nature Reserve, I looked at the entry book and there was just another car in the whole reserve. So it was just the two of us. And if you remember when I was in Richtersveld National Park, it was only 7 cars at the same time in the park. The wind is back. It's always wind in namaqualand, always. During the day, during the night, you can expect wind at all times. Come from the south, you enter through here and then you report to reception, and if you use the gate that I used, then you drive here and then you report to reception. But if you enter the way I did, when you get here to report to reception, you're already leaving the park. Okay, so yesterday what I did was I left the park through this gate, and the idea was going out the park, camp at night somewhere here, and follow this road and enter the park again through here. But when I reported here, they gave me this map, and it clearly says that if you exit here and you intend to do what I wanted to do, when you get here, there's no way to go back inside the park. So if you want to do something like this, you will have that problem, that you will arrive here and there's no way that you go into the park again. So you have two options. You go back to the main road, you do the mountain passes again, and then you enter through here, or you just go around here and then you enter the park through there. The Tracks for Africa map, it's very good, but it doesn't give you any additional information. Now I'm heading to the central part of the park, and I will join the Caracal route again on the way south. You can almost imagine these plains full of flowers. This has to be really something. Now this is the central part of the Skilpad sector. To the right is the road I took when I first entered the park through the mountain passes. And to the left will take you south to the coast sector. The Caracal 4x4 Eco Route will take you through the Namaqua National Park, first on the Skilpad sector and then on the coast sector. It is some 200 kilometers long depending on the tracks that you take, and it can be done in a full day. It is not difficult, it's graded from easy to moderate, and all the difficulties are probably on the coast. The Skilpad sector, it's pretty easy. The roads are mostly wide, and probably you don't even need a 4x4. It starts at the Skilpad Rest Camp, which is the park office where I registered, and it goes to Subatsfontein and then to the Wildeberdekhoek mountain pass that it's coming from Springbok, continues all the way west to the coast, and from here you can turn left or south and then you will enter the coast sector.